Welcome into KSL Sports Rewind. Dusty Lister and Dane Stewart is always presented by Heidemann and Associates.
Yeah, that's right. Just a reminder, if you have any legal needs, the experts at Heidemann and Associates can take care of you. Law offices throughout the valley, also down in St. George, and they can meet with you virtually as well. If you're setting up a business, maybe you got some litigation you got to work through, you want to take care of things for kids and posterity, call the experts at Heidemann Associates for a free consultation. Call 801-754-4240.
And this is the bonus for Justin coming to you from Provo High School. Yeah. Got his name on the stadium too. So, but yeah, go check out our friends at Justin Heidemann Associates. And also remind you to make 2022 the year of you. Go to wgu.edu and get your chance to get an opportunity to go for a scholarship at Western Governors University. Get your degree at of your choice at your own time and your own pace at Western Governors University. Get wgu.edu. All right, we're into week 4 in the high school football season.
Yeah.
It's amazing how fast it just kind of goes.
Flies.
And we just barely hit September. Just to tell you how early in August all of a sudden the season's starting.
Yeah.
We're at beginning of September, Labor Day weekend. Hope you're safe and happy this Labor Day. But a lot of things happening over in week 4.
We had some great finishes, and we'll talk about that as the show goes on. Man, I'll tell you what, we've had a lot of, it feels like we've had a lot of out-of-state games this year, which has been awesome for Utah to represent. Really fantastic finishes in week 4. And look, region's starting to shape up a little bit. Some region play kicked off this week, and it'll be interesting to see as we kind of finish out the region play, how things land. But I think region's going to have the opportunity to go maybe a little bit differently than we would have thought at the beginning of the year.
So we call a lead-in. Let's get to our opening topic, brought to you by Heidemann and Associates. Going to go to utah.law, find the law office nearest you. All right, so what we're going to do here, we're going to pick region champs. So it's region champs +2. So you can pick the team that you think will finish second, and then let's give another team, maybe I have to pick the second one, but just +2 teams within a region, but let's pick a region champion all the way through.
All right,
so region 1. Look, you can go first.
Yeah, okay, so I hope people appreciate this. I had to pay up this week, so it was an expensive week for Dane. I had some co-workers. I had to give them lunch for going against Farmington. I will not make that mistake here. I'm picking the Phoenix as my Region 1 champion. We had high expectations for them. Easton White and company. Mitch Nielsen had a big game this last week. The running game and the defense for Farmington is legit. I'm going to go with the Phoenix.
Yeah, I think it's Farmington as well, and they're playing extremely good football. They finished last year playing really strong. This is the team come back, get Boston Reinhold back, and we see them playing. It might not blow everybody out every week, but they play solid football. Dan Coates has done a great job. All right, you're +2.
+2. Look, I think Syracuse, you're starting to see that turn. There were a lot of expectations on Syracuse this year. They graduated a lot of their line, but I think they're starting to get settled offensively again. We knew they would. There's so much talent there. They've got some newcomers there that are chipping in as well. I think Syracuse is a team to still keep an eye on. And I'll tell you the other one for me, it's a tough loss for Layton against Davis. But I think this Layton group showed, hey, we can go and compete against teams that have had a lot of success in Region 1. I think they're a team you still got to keep an eye on. You got to be prepped when you play the Layton Lancers. This is a team that can be positioned to upset a team that, in region play or even in the playoffs. I think they got the components to make a run. I would keep an eye on the Lancers.
I would too. And I tell you what, I'll say this with Davis. Week 1 against Lehigh, who was one of the top teams in the state, Lehigh's dump trucking everybody. They're playing. Going to play Corner Canyon this week.
Yeah.
Don't know they're going to dump truck Corner Canyon. We'll pick that one. Look out for our picks video. But they go strong against West Jordan. We know West Jordan's pretty good. They hung with Corner for a quarter and a half. So I think Davis is one of those teams. Stevens, maybe rounding in the shape a little bit. Don't let the number fool you because he's wearing 38. It's not Napoleon McCallum, Raider poll. It is Jackson Stevens, a quarterback. They're Davis. I'll give you just one, I'll throw my +1 with your +2.
Okay.
So where we go there. But yeah, I agree with you. I'm 100% with your read on that. All right, Region 2.
West. All about West.
It is all about West. It is 100% about West. And we go Roy. Roy, after week 1 against AF, we've seen them come around about. They're going to play West this week. And then who else do we look at in Region 2?
I'll tell you the team that had a nice bounce back this week, Kearns. Look, it's been a tough start for Coach Rickards. Capelli Smith had a monster game for the Cougars, defeating Taylorsville. And that was kind of a stamp game, right, for Kearns. As rough as the season started, it's still a group in Region 2 you got to keep an eye on. I think this Kearns team can get some wins, have an impressive Region 2 season. Now
to a pretty loaded region. We talk about a champ +2. We might be a little different here, but Region 3.
Yeah. Look, I'm going to go off the. Well, man, this is hard. Okay.
Want me to go
I
first?
can't do it. I'm going to go with Mountain Ridge.
You want Mountain Ridge?
I'm going to go Mountain Ridge here. I was going to go a different direction.
Yeah.
I'm coming back to Mountain Ridge. I think the ground game for the Sentinels is the difference. Uluwave, Kinikini, when those two are running the ball, we saw it against Wasatch. You can control clock, control tempo. That defense has been strong. I'll go with the Sentinels.
Yeah, that's a tough. Region 3 is really, really tough because Mountain Ridge, I think they must be resting guys in certain games. I'm not sure. Can't get a good reading on that. I don't have any inside information on that. I'm going to go Bingham.
Okay.
I still think Bingham's going to come around, play a tough schedule like they always have. Timpview is just that good, guys. They just are that good. And so I'm going to go the Miners winning that region +2.
Well, I actually was not considering Bingham. I was actually I was thinking Riverton was the other team I was really challenging. Look, I've been impressed with the Silver Wolves this year. We've talked about that week after week after week, and it's just a gritty group. You know, I mean, I think early in the year they had that early loss. They've bounced back well, get a big win this last week against Springville. I think this Riverton team, Dusty, Coach Jody Morgan, he's not done playing for the top of Region 3. That is a team. Those Riverton Mountain Ridge matchups, Riverton Bingham matchups are going to be stellar. That's the other team for me.
Yeah, I think West Jordan, we keep seeing them come around too. I think West Jordan will factor into this, and they could knock off one of the 3 teams we now mentioned in there and get a win. Young core there at West Jordan we talked about. I think the Jags are a team obviously to keep an eye on. All right, maybe just name this whole one. This whole thing. I'm just joking. Region 4.
Skyridge.
I'm Skyridge too. This is not the year.
Not the year. Wow, Dusty, that's a big step.
That I'm picking Corner Canyon to win the region championship. I want
Good
to.
Pivot there.
I want
Good
to.
Pivot.
I want to. I had someone tell me, I know you're blue at every level. You're right. I love my carbon dynos, and that thing that has died me everywhere. I'm going Skyridge as well.
They are that good.
Okay, plus they are. McKay, that defense. And really, it's the offense I think will be very, very, it is the defense of Skyridge, which is the difference this year.
Yeah, they don't give up first half touchdowns. I mean, they just.
Or any.
Well, I mean, they'll give up a one in the fourth.
One.
You know? Yeah.
7 points is what they've surrendered.
Yeah.
Mercy.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Mercy. It's because they play on the other side of the ball. By the way, their matchup with Timpview will be played right here at Provo. We'll be here.
Man, if only I could be there. Oh, wait.
We will be here. Or you'll be here.
Yeah.
I'll be. Jeff Hansen and I will be nice and air conditioned up in Salt Lake City. So, all right, +2.
Look, the team for me, I think they are a year early. Pleasant Grove.
Yeah.
They continue to put together impressive wins, and not just wins, but dominating wins. I mean, sizable wins, 20, 30-point victories. Nick Staffieri. This guy's been lighting it up. Love to see it. I thought they were maybe one more year away, but man, PG, guys, you better be ready for the Vikings. They are crawling up in our top 25 polls, getting a lot of respect, and it's all been earned. Great job by that staff in their second year at Pleasant Grove to get that thing turned around. They're going to be competing for region championships here soon.
Down 17-0 against Wasatch, and then
like 5 minutes into the game.
They scored 58 points.
Yeah.
Good grief. Yeah. The last 2 weeks for PG's been very good. I love that. Obviously, Corner Canyon, Isaac Wilson. By the way, Take Care had another near 200-yard game last night. 10 receptions, 160 yards, 3 touchdowns. Pretty good. But AF, you got to keep your eye on AF. And then Lone Peak. I mean, like I said, we can name the whole region because we know they'll factor into this. But Lone Peak was a team that was kind of left for dead after week 1.
Yeah.
Hodson's come out and played really good football. They had a bye week this last week. They go back and they'll play against Highland High School from Arizona. They're like the Rigby team that American Fork just played from the state of Idaho.
And that ground game's getting going too. And the defense, they found their stride. You knew they would.
You knew Ryan Denny figured that one out. Coach Trowbridge did a good job with that offense. All right, now into 5A, Region 5.
All right. There's no way we're going to see this the same way. Right?
You don't think so?
No.
I know I got mine.
All right.
Simultaneous game?
You want to do that?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Bonneville.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, there we go. Tell you what, we'll find out this week. They play Viewmont.
Yeah. We'll see if Viewmont bounces back.
Yeah.
Right? Got to see with Drew Jones. And because I think Viewmont's part of my +2, right? They bounce back after the crazy game you'll go over in just a minute here at Provo High School. How do they respond to their first bit of adversity there for the Vikings? I think the other team is Box Elder.
Yes.
3-1. Coach Gunner's got that thing rolling. They're playing good. Their only loss, if you put Provo in Region 5, I pick Provo. Because the only loss for Box Elder was right here against Provo.
Yeah, in overtime.
In OT.
Nonetheless.
Yeah, comeback.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great one. My plus team, Bountiful.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, I thought this team season was going to go downwards after you lose Corbin Cottle, and it hasn't. Owen Galeman's done a great job running that offense. They still run the football. The defense is really, I don't want to say they've taken the pressure, but they've realized, guys, we've got to play our best games, right? And help keep the opposing offenses in check. And they've done that. Impressive win this last week, the Bountiful Redhawks. Look, heck of a job by that coaching staff, fracking everybody up there to keep everyone focused, next man up as they try to wade through the injury here to Cottle.
The mistake we made in this show is we didn't do the simultaneous game in every region.
We're going to do that from here on out.
All right. Region 6. This is a good one.
Okay,
Region 6.
I'm looking. Okay.
All right, ready?
Ready, yep.
1, 2, 3, Brighton.
Olympus.
Okay, make your case.
All right, here's the thing with the Olympus Titans. I love what we've seen from Olympus early on. They are running the football, and I think that they're getting a lot of confidence week in, week out. You have a guy like Luke Bryant, or Luke Bryant, my apologize.
Mom might think he is Luke Bryant. There
Here's
you go.
the thing, man. All my friends, they don't want this night to end. It's their kind of a night. It's how Olympus rolls. Fast. They're a buzzkill. They want to play it again and just go win a bunch of games. I don't know if you saw what I did there. That took a lot of prep, okay?
Hey, he just believes it.
Those are all songs for a country singer, but
He just thinks Friday nights are better underneath the stadium neon or stadium lights.
Chase Mosley had 3 passing touchdowns this last week. They can throw the football. Bryant on the ground game and through the air. I mean, he's a versatile kid, had a receiving touchdown, a rushing touchdown, and a punt return touchdowns this last week. I think this Olympus team, the way the defense is playing, I think they can take care of business this year in Region 6.
Rain is a good thing. All right, so Brighton. Here's my Brighton. I think they're figuring things out.
They are.
Everyone look at week 1. All they lost Ezra Hills or 40. Look, they've played tough. They've won by defense. They've won by offense.
Yeah.
Cetera's getting things figured out there. That's why I think Brighton will go. It'd be very interesting. Now, my first plus one was one I kind of buried. How about East?
Yeah.
East is not gone. They go beat Park City. Dan gets the win on that one in our picks. But I'm super impressed. They bounced back because I thought Park City, now that we're going and beat them handily, I thought it might be at least 7 to 10 points there for Park City.
Yeah, I thought this game would be close.
With where their seasons were going.
Yeah, and it was close. Look, it was a great effort by East in that one. Again, we talk about the injuries they're trying to fight through this season. That's a statement game. Your region opener against Park City at home. If we had done this a week ago, I probably would have said Park City to win that region, right? And so that's a great win for East. Can they keep that going? And when they get healthy again, how's that all going to mesh? But you're right. This is an East team you better not overlook. And for Park City, it's been a great start. That's my other plus one team is Park City. Look, don't read too much into the loss at East. They lost. This is still a really quality team. I've been surprised at how much they've tried to throw the football this year, and Grizel's done a really nice job of that. Had a couple passing touchdowns. McCurdy through the air as well. It just hasn't felt like that ground game's been able to get going quite to the same extent as we've seen in years past. And obviously, the offense looks a little bit different, but if they can kind of find their rhythm and the consistency inside of this offense, they'll be at the top of that region as well.
Yeah, it's really, really interesting to see where we're going to head with there because I think we're both the same on that. And thought Tabarachi, you're seeing how good of a player he was. Yeah. And it's a hole, and you had to replace guys like that. It's really, really not that easy. All right, Region 7. 1, 2, 3. Stansbury.
Done.
Yeah, easy. Hey, Easton Baker, you can see him from space. It's getting,
well, and it's not just that, right? I mean, Ezra Harris this year has taken that next step forward.
Wait, there's more?
Yeah, crazy, right? Ezra Harris has taken that next step forward this year. He is truly a versatile dual threat athlete, and I love the ground game they get going as well with Matiaki Halu. You talk about the options they have in the passing attack, Dylan Hamilton, and then you look at a guy like Easton Baker defensively. This is a complete Stansbury team. Yeah,
it really is. And with Halu, it's just such a different animal with what you're gonna have to deal with them. In this region, my plus 2. So I'll go 1. I'll go my 1. You go your 1.
Okay.
Timpanogos. It's gonna be interesting to see where Timpanogos goes. Trace Riggs got hurt in week 1. They expected to have him back this week. They're playing against Payson on a short week. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. But what Livingston and Neocepha have done to keep this team afloat, especially, I'll say this is kind of crazy for Luke Livingston, and anyone who's followed this show last 2 years knows my love for this kid and how, especially there's a drive against Mountain View. He's playing quarterback. He overthrows a touchdown pass. It was 3rd and long. They said, okay, put Neocepha in at quarterback, put Livingston in the slot. He goes and gets the first down, gets him down inside the 5, or probably inside the 10, and then goes back to quarterback and runs it in. I don't know how he can keep this up, but he's doing it, and it's been super impressive to watch.
That is my other +1 team is Payson.
That's good.
This is a group. They lost to Cedar Valley. They've shown the ability to score points. I mean, you look at Bulkley running the football really well right now, averaging like 7 yards a touch. You look at, through the air, they've got the ability to throw it. Edwards completing over, I think it's 56% of his passes, 10 touchdown passes this year. This Payson group can score. I don't know if they can score at the propensity of some of the region favorites, but they can score. And, I think that's a group you got to keep an eye on.
Guys, they lost to Cedar Valley when they blocked the field goal and it still went through.
Yeah.
They blocked it and it hit the crossbar and bounced in. Unreal. To be talking about just being snake bit.
Yeah.
Ah, man, that's got to hurt. All right, Region 8. Ooh, this is a good one.
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
Simultaneous. 1, 2, 3. Lehigh.
Timpview.
All right.
I just think the way Timpview is running the football right now is going to pay dividends late in the year. Now, the question is, will they stick with it?
Yeah.
Right? But Micah Beckstead.
Yeah, they're sticking with it.
This guy right now, I mean, he's literally like a video game running back. I'm going to stop and let him go by. I'll run around him. I'll just power my way, hit stick him. There's nothing he can't do on a football field.
Yeah.
And they use him in the passing game. And look, they've got 2 other guys behind him as well that run the football really well. And Atawaya and I forget the second. Anyway. But then, thank you. But then you look at the passing attack as well. Villa, who's been fantastic. Kasuga, the freshman. You mix in the options with how good you can just move the ball so many different ways, and the defense is legit.
Lights out, yeah.
I don't know if there's maybe. For me, can Lehigh match them in the trenches?
That's
the question.
The biggest issue. Yep.
Because I think up front on both sides of the line, Timpview is going to have the advantage in just about every game they play this year.
Yeah, to me, it's an offensive thing. It's an explosive thing. Because, Timpview can run it down their throat, but Lehigh can score very quickly, and they can play ball control with that too. Now, this isn't like, I don't think Timpview has a chance. We need to be different somewhere, for heaven's sakes. And so
it's going to be a heck of a game.
Yeah, it's going to be an amazing game. And I love the line from Timpview. I look at this team from Lehigh and Jackson Brousseau, probably one of, if not the best quarterback in this class.
Yeah.
Probably should go on the stamp that one in this class.
Yeah, I mean, McKay Halstead might want to have a conversation with Dusty.
Hey, let's have another one, McKay. No, and I don't want to get into that match, they are about the same. They're both going Mountain West Conference.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things that's kind of more of your taste.
Sure.
Jackson's a very good thrower of the football, and so it'd be right there. I mean, he's right at the tip of that. That's why I think you got a shot.
Yeah.
And they have, plus Isaac Terrell is an absolute monster. That matchup with him and Fano is going to be a lot of
awesome,
fun.
Huh?
Yeah, well, just that whole line from Timpview. Good grief.
Right.
Merrick, by the way, he says he doesn't miss team meals. He doesn't miss any meals. Where we go there. So, yeah. All right, Region 9. Ooh.
Yeah, this one's tough.
Yeah, ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Springville.
I was going to go Springville, so I said Spa.
Oh, yeah.
It was Springville. It was Springville.
I thought you were going to say Spanish Fort.
No, I wasn't. I almost did, but no. It was really Springville. I totally got caught on my own thing there.
Well, speaking of quarterbacks, Ryder Burton would like to throw his hat in there as well, right? Had a good year. I know they lost this last week against Riverton. I mean, I just said they're contending for a Region 3 title, the Silverwolves also. So I think that being a one-possession game tells you how good this Springville team is. They've been able to replace the running game with Valetti. Obviously, Burton through the air. You've got Walker, Dede. This is a really good Springville team.
Yeah, they've got to control the turnovers. 4 turnovers in their game against Riverton. And now a really weird thing where they fumbled a kickoff, kid picked up and ran it in, but you can't advance on a kickoff. You can't advance a fumble on a kickoff, so it took that one away. Springville, I still think it there. The +2, Spanish Fork, Dustin Smith's kind of figuring that out. We'll see where that goes there. Want to see more offense out of them, but they graduated a ton of players from last year. But Buck is a stud, someone that a bell cow running back. They'll figure it out. But I think Spanish Fork will figure into this. They'll make it tough.
Mine is Provo. And for me, you look at the way that Friday night's game played. We'll talk about that more in a bit. This is a gritty group that is having to learn how to win. It's a bunch of first-year starters. They've come up through the program. They know the culture that Coach Chambers built here. But it's been kind of, you've had to get your feet wet this year and learn how to win at the varsity level, and they're doing that. I don't know that they're going to go and beat Springville, get a region championship, but this is going to be a team that's not going to get blown out of a lot of games. They're going to be competitive in pretty much every matchup from here on out. Well, that would mean every matchup. I mean, that would mean the most one-sided game was week 1. And so for me, I think this Provo team, you got to be aware of that defense. Look, they can make plays. They're young, a lot of juniors. I think there's like 9 juniors on that defense. And look, the offense, it just finds some time to get their rhythm, but they can run the ball. And look, when Condi finds his rhythm, I mean, he can be accurate down the field and they can burn you.
Yeah, it'd be very interesting to watch what happens here with Provo. All right, now into 4A, Region 10. All right, ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Crimson
Cliffs. They got me. They got me because I picked. Well, we both went Desert
we both
Hills.
went Desert Hills.
They bounced back after they lost to Tinfield and looked very good getting the win against the Thunder, and they're in the driver's seat for that region title.
We've talked. Look, Pineview's down. I'm really surprised at the year that Pineview's just been a struggle for them to get going. Skyview feels a little Jekyll and Hyde, kind of high and low. Yeah, thank you. Snow Canyon, a little high and low, right? I think they're still trying to kind of get that continuity. You look at a team like Dixie, again, I think trying to find the pieces. It really feels like this is Crimson Cliff's year.
Yeah.
And that offense has been scoring a lot of points. The defense continues to play lights out. I like the stands.
I think you get the other +1s on there, right? Because Desert Hills, find out no one might not be playing right now. We'll see where they're going to head there for Coach Rick Berry. They were the region champions a year ago where they'll happen. And by the way, Cedar City, just kind of snake bit everywhere. But Snow Canyon's a nice 20-17 win this week. All right, Region 11.
Yeah, this one's wide open.
Yeah, ready? 1, 2, 3. Ridgeline. They're back. They're back.
Look, so
back is, and then this isn't. They could win the region championship by back.
Here's the thing.
You're not matching last year.
Yeah, I mean, I think the question was, would Ridgeline fall off? And the answer is no. They're still competing, right? I love what we've seen from Logan. I've loved what we've seen from Mountain Crescent in the early part of the year. I think this is going to be a competitive region. I think obviously the injuries to Green Canyon changes this region drastically. I think Ridgeline just has the pieces. Now they've got injuries they're trying to fight through right now as well.
Yeah.
They're going to have to figure out how they can get through that. But I think this Ridgeline team, they know how to win. They return enough guys from last year's state championship. Same coaching staff. They got some real key pieces there and some youngsters they're continuing to bring up. I'll go with Riverhawks.
Yeah, and I think it's really where it is. And when I say back, I mean the Kings of Cache Valley.
Yeah.
They're going to be able to walk around and feel really, really good about what they've done.
You ready for this? This is crazy. You want to talk about Region 11? Through 4 weeks, every team has a negative scoring differential.
And I've noticed that. Well, we'll see where it takes us, because I was talking about you get physical, take the teams from up north, and we'll see where that one goes, because that plays right into Crimson Cliffs' hands.
Yes, it does.
With the way they play right now.
Yeah.
All right, so what we're going to do, 3A, 2A, 1A, we're going to pick a champion.
State
champion.
All right.
All right, ready?
Yep.
3A. 1, 2, 3. Grantsville. Back-to-back champs looking there for the Cowboys.
Rainier's been a stud this year. Love what they returned. Again, I mean, the fact that they beat Provo, I mean, undefeated, they've been really strong. Love what we've seen. Morgan
is going to be right there with them. I think we're going to learn a lot in that Morgan game. They got a shot at them. Yeah. And then Juab's playing good too.
Yeah.
Juab's come out and played very, very strong. All right, 2A.
Yep.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. San Juan. You come around! Sienna Nielsen has pulled Dane on her. She's undefeated everywhere right now in life. Just living her best life a couple months in.
I've got friends from high school who are never going to talk to me again. I just picked the Bronco team. But look, and
I'm a Raider fan,
we did the San Juan Milford game. We picked that this week. The thing that's most surprising me is how much San Juan is still scoring, despite all the talent they graduated last year. You would have never guessed, right? And congratulations. I mean, they just continue to be an offensive juggernaut.
A seminary teacher down there wants credit, but he kind of told me, just wait till you see this kid. He's really, really good. It's like, all right, I'll take him. South Summit, by the way, is running Ruckshaw now too. Yeah. The Wildcats, not to be overlooked. Yeah. They've only allowed 37 points thus far this year, so that's 9 points a game. Really, really good there at South Summit.
Great bounce back after a tough year last year.
All right, 8-man. We want to pick 8-man?
Sure. I don't know if I can make a case for an 8-man
team. Okay, but we'll wait. We'll wait on 8-man. We'll get you that one in a little bit. Yeah. All right, 1A. Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Layton Christian.
Tough loss this last week for Layton Christian. Out-of-state game. The thing that surprised me most was that they didn't score in that game. Now look, I mean, I don't know if they're playing guys. Region plays right around the corner. I have no idea, what unfolded in that game, but the running attack of the Eagles is legitimate. I think their size, their quickness, it's just a tough matchup for 1A.
Yeah, and not understanding who the out-of-state team they played, they'll have a good barometer for who that was. Yeah. But I'll tell you this much. My Cardiac Cowboys will be in the mix. Griffin Bone and crew. Well, yeah.
I was going to say, we should pick a 1A South champion. I know that's not equitable, but we should pick a 1A South champion.
Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Milford! I got faith in the Milford men. And by the way, the reason why we do that is because Enterprise is still 4-0.
Right.
And so you look at these three teams, they're combined 11-1. And I mean, you feel bad for Parowan having to be in the mix of that. But look, the 1A South is going to be awesome this year. Can't wait to see that unfold.
That's going to be a lot of fun. Well, hit us up. Let us know. Well, we didn't miss a whole lot. We went through a lot of stuff there.
Tried.
But if you have different region champions or different classification champions, hit us up. All we ever ask is you be nice whenever you come back to us. So love to hear from you on that one. All right, let's get into our show. Dane, we're here at our game of the week.
Yeah.
Provo and Viewmont. We thought it would be good. And boy, was it.
It was fantastic, Dusty. Two teams, Viewmont 3-0, Provo 2-1, both trying to kind of create new faces and get programs going, cultures going. And look, early on, Viewmont takes the opening drive and kind of methodically marches down. Love the way they started this sequence. And they're able to cap it off with a 6-yard touchdown pass, make it 7-0 Vikings. Provo offensively, it just didn't really feel like it was jiving. And boy, you got a 3rd and long. And how about this pass from Condi right to Taki, who takes it 77 yards to the house. The point after no good. It is 7-6 Viewmont. A little bit later in the first quarter, Taki again on the reception from Condi. Provo with the lead here, 12-7. But look, this Viewmont offense, it is potent, Dusty. It can score in bunches. How about Luke Jacobs here? A 72-yard run. You don't see a lot of runs nicer than what you just saw from Luke Jacobs. Is he able to take it to the house? Viewmont point after good. It's 14-12. Later in the second quarter, Jacobs. Oh, what a throw to the end zone. 26 yards out. Viewmont extending the lead here, 21-12. Provo. Great response from the boys in green as this is Lasoff from 3 yards out. The point after no good, 21-18. Your score, Provo trying to get some late magic going. Dusty, they couldn't get a drive. They have to punt this away. Viewmont would have the ball inside of, or 2.5 to go at their own 9. Jacobs just marches this group right down the field. How about the big completion to set up inside the red zone? And it would be a 5-yard finish for the Vikings. They score with just seconds remaining in the first half to take a 28-18 lead into the locker room. Second half, much difference. The defense really locked down. Penalties became a killer. Provo would have a field goal in the third quarter. It's a 1-possession game as we go to the fourth. Provo ball at midfield. Jamison Harward. Best run of the night for Harward, takes it 54 yards to the house. We're tied up at 28. How about this? Provo gets the drive after a punt. Short field for the Dogs. Condi looking over the middle. Taki has it inside the 10. The ball comes out and Viewmont recovers it inside their own 10 with just 30 seconds to go. A chance here to go for overtime. Look, Drew Jones doesn't play for overtime. Jacobs looking to the outside, and it's picked off by Drew Ducher. The 7-yard pick six with just 16 seconds left. And a game that was in the clinches of Provo, given away, and then seized back by Drew Ducher. Provo 35-28 in a heck of a battle.
Really good. All right, best of the rest. I think you know where I'm heading. Tied at 27 all with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. That is when Kanab comes alive. Griffin Bone leads his guys down the field for the touchdown. They scored 14 unanswered points. Parker Franklin's 8-yard touchdown run with 51 seconds left gave the Cardiac Cowboys another win for Little Hollywood.
Look, I'm going to get to mine, but I got a beef with Kanab. I said in our picks video, this game's going to be tied late, and it's going to be Griffin Bone scoring. Parker, come on, man. Like, help me out. Help me out. I'm just teasing. Parker had a big night.
Yes, he did.
You're right. I mean, the Cardiac kids from Kanab. There's no better way to describe this group.
Love it. You know how good that bus ride has to feel?
No kidding.
That's a long bus ride. That had to be a party on the way home till about 12:30. And then you're gone. It's over.
No doubt. Great win. Another one for Kanab. My best of the rest, how about the game? Juan Diego and Manti. Oh my goodness, what a ball game this was. Yeah. You look at the Soaring Eagle. Hayden Mazenin had 2 rushing touchdowns, 2 passing touchdowns for Juan Diego. Look, Manti needed Mason Starkweather to come in this one. 2 passing touchdowns, a rushing touchdown. Juan Diego had this game locked up. How about a pair of touchdowns for Manti in the last 2 minutes? They score with 1:39 left in the fourth. It was a passing touchdown from Starkweather. And then the rushing touchdown with just 40 seconds left. They go for 2 to try to tie it, send it overtime. and the Juan Diego defense gets a hold. 34-32, the Soaring Eagle get the victory.
Good win for Juan Diego.
Yeah.
They've won some really crazy games. That game was Taylorsville. Now this one, really, really good. All right, we went pretty long, so let's close this thing out. Let's bring out go with our final thoughts, brought to you by Western Governors University.
My final thought, love to see the bounce back from Beaver. I don't know, well, we talked about it last week. It's been a while since they started 0-3. The whole Summit Academy, the high-flying attack, the passing attack that we see from the Bears, nay. Good to see Beaver get back on the winning side of things. 44-7, Bradshaw had a pair of rushing touchdowns. Jake Marshall with a pick six, fails a passing touchdown. Everything looks right again at Old Beaver High.
Feels good.
Yeah.
Feels good to have that one back. How about this one? For the last few years, we've talked about AF. They're going to outscore everybody. Go all the way back to Boone Abbott, that they're going to outscore everyone. But the defense this year, they bring down Rigby from Idaho. The Gem State brought their best. We took from the Beehive State one of our best, and an absolute slugfest. And the defense was the difference. And it was Max Edwards with 2 interceptions, one early in the third quarter that set up close drives. He was that close from 2 pick sixes in that game. He almost got in on both of them, setting up touchdowns as AF knocks off Rigby 13-7. But the defense of AF has been the difference. You figured it'd all be about Hunter Clegg, and it is. But Max Edwards, 2 huge interceptions.
They got a corner that plays really well too, AF does. Hey, is this the lowest point total we expect to see from the Cavemen all year?
Yes.
All right.
Well, Skyridge, but we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Got to figure out the quarterback spot is a little bit different, but that defense, got to make sure to tip the cap to the Cavemen defense. Well, hit us up. Let us know what we missed. Look out for our top 5 videos, our rankings video, our picks video. We'll try to get that one out a little earlier so people can pick against us. I think we give away some mulligans for Thursday. Maybe not where the week went, but there we go. But for Vince Francis and Dane Stewart, I'm Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us and watching KSL Sports Rewind on KSLSports.com.